Hi there ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DutchRC channel, and I have an exciting new product for you today. It is the Inception by HydroPro. It is quite a big speedboat, deep V speedboat. It is capable of speeds of up to 80 kilometers an hour. And let's see, yeah, HydroPro, if you don't know that brand, it is a relatively new label or brand from HobbyKing, and yeah, they'll be using the HydroPro label or brand for a bit up class or more expensive boats. So they'll also be having HKing or Quantum boats. Those are a little more affordable. This being quite a big, powerful boat is labeled as a HydroPro boat. Now let's see, there are some specs on the box over here. And let's take a closer look at those. Like I mentioned, a slightly larger kind of speedboat. The hull length is 950 millimeters, so 5 centimeters shy of 1 meter. And the total length is actually over a meter. So including the rudder and the other hardware at the back, it'll be 1060 millimeters, 6 centimeters over a meter. The beam is 26 centimeters, and like I said before, the top speed will be 80 kilometers an hour. And that'll be on 6S. You can run the boat on 4S or 6S, and they do in fact provide you with 2 metal screws, one for 4S and one for 6S. We'll have a look at those and other parts you get with the boat in a minute. And let's see, yeah, I got the Rtr version, so it comes with a radio, it comes with a brushless motor. The box doesn't say what the specs are. I'll put them on screen right now. And it comes with a 90 amp ESC, a 9 kilogram metal gear servo, like I said, a radio system, blah 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 blah. Okay, that's it. Yeah, and a boat set. We'll have a look at everything in a minute, of course. And yeah, you do, even though it's an RTR, you do have to provide your own lipos and 4 AA's for the radio. Okay, so much for the box. Let's have a look what was in the box. Okay, let's start out with this not so exciting but important part nonetheless. The boat comes with a nice wooden boat stand, and in most cases I have to add some rubber tubing to prevent scratching up your hull myself. This time though the boat came with this rubber tubing for your boat stand. Very, very nice. And there it is, the star of the show. Quite an impressive boat, I have to say. Obviously it's big, and because of that it's impressive, but the decals or stripes, no, there are decals, but there is clear coat over the decals, so those will not be coming off at all. Very nice. And from my hand you can see that this is quite a big boat. Now from the HobbyKing side, from the product pictures, I thought this yellowish tint was yellow greenish. It's actually neon, it's more neon green yellow. Very, very nice. It doesn't light up in the dark, by the way, but it looks great. And yeah, all kinds of decals on it. Very lifelike. Yeah, cool. I really like the shaping of the hull and the decals. It looks, like I said, it looks impressive in real life. Now, at the back we see all kinds of hardware, some of which you have to screw on yourself. Now if you are watching this video hoping to get information on how to set a boat like this up for the first run, you are in luck, because I recently did a general purpose video on how to set up a boat like this. And I'll have a link to that in the description, and I'll have an annotation link up here somewhere for you to check out, so you can have a look and see how you go about setting up a boat like this. Okay, so it has two metal trim tabs, one on each side obviously. It has turn fins, and those are now black, but they come bare metal finished. I made them black with a magic marker. I thought black looked better. And those are obviously metal. The rudder is also metal. Some of the hardware at the back is plastic though. This rudder mount is partly plastic. The outdrive support is plastic, partly plastic. And the trim tab supports are also plastic. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. I obviously haven't driven the boat, so we'll just have to see how well that works out. If the plastics are of good quality and they look good enough. But like I said, we'll see how the boat works out. Now, obviously it has a hatch. And it has a very convenient open and close system. You see this little black fin over here, and if you turn that clockwise like 20 minutes, you can simply lift up the entire lid. And at the bottom you see how that locks down. Very nice. The entire lid is, by the way, a hollow structure. So this will float. I've checked that. If this would for any reason come off of your boat, it'll float. Very, very nice. Okay, let's actually zoom in on the internals of the boat so you can have a good look at that. Alright, like I mentioned before, this is a ready to run package. So it comes with everything apart from the lipos and the batteries for your transmitter. We'll have a look at the transmitter in a minute as well. But here you see a little balloon, and in that balloon there is a receiver, so that's waterproofed. And that's hard to see, but under the receiver there's a standard size servo. Like I said before, that is metal geared. Over here you see the Outrunner motor. In a lot of boats you see in-runner motors with a cooling sleeve, water cooling jacket around it. So yeah, this being an outdrive motor, you can't obviously put a cooling jacket around it. Well, you could, but that wouldn't work out so well. So it does have a water-cooled motor mount. I hope that's visible, but you can see the water hoses coming in and out of that motor mount. And let's actually turn the boat around. A bit hard to get the light in it, but over here you have your ESC, like I mentioned before, a 90 amp ESC with two capacitors in the leads coming from the lipos. Very important to soak up the bumps, so to speak, or the amp peaks. And let's see. Yeah, you have two lipo trays which already have Velcro in them, the white stuff, and they have two straps each. Let's see. Yeah, there's one thing I would have liked, that they would have added some foam in the bow of the boat. If you run into trouble and the boat fills up, it's good to have some foam in it. I'll probably put some pool noodles into the bow of the boat. Other than that, yeah, obviously you have a linkage from the servo to the rudder, and you have all kinds of hoses coming in from the rudder and to the ESC, and that runs to the motor, and then over here you have the outlet for your water cooling system. Alright, like I said before, Rtr package, so it comes with a radio, a HobbyKing GT2E, and you might recognize this radio. It is sold under all kinds of names and brands, but it has proven itself as well, I think. It's actually a very comfortable radio. I have pretty big hands and I can easily fit it in my hand. As you can see, the steering wheel is very comfortable, rubber grip around it. 4 AA's, you'll have to supply those yourself. At the top of the radio you have yourself a little hatch. Under that you have 2 reverse switches for your throttle and your steering channels, of course, a bind button, 2 LEDs and 3 trims. 1 steering trim, throttle trim and a steering double rate and an on-off switch. There you go. Yes, ordinarily I run my boats with my Futaba transmitter, but I ordered up the ready-to-run version anyway, so I could test the boat with this radio for you. Alright, and the boat comes with a few bits and pieces, 3 Allen keys, which you will need to screw on the turn fins and the rudder, 2 2-blade propellers or screws. The bigger one is to run the boat on 4S, the slightly smaller one is to run the boat on 6S. I will only be running the boat on 6S. And in the back over here you have yourself a bind plug and a antenna tube. And the last thing in the box is a manual, and it is a oh, it also comes with a manual for the radio system, by the way, very convenient. The manual for the boat, however, is very good. It is in black and white. Nonetheless, it is very good. There is a lot of information in it. For instance, how to set up the angle, oh here it is, the angle for your propeller shaft for different conditions. Glassy, smooth water, or intermediate waves, or bigger waves. Very nice. It tells you how to angle the turn fins. Yeah, all kinds of tips and tricks on how to maintain a good condition for your boat, how to grease up the shaft, for instance. Let's see, yeah, somewhere in here there's also the procedure to calibrate the ESC, the throttle, calibration, the throttle range, very important. Very good manual, very nice. Okay, and this actually also came with the boat, but regrettably not for free. The lipos, like I mentioned before, it is ready to run, but you do have to supply your own lipos. I opted for graphene, and these are 5000 mAh 3S 65C lipos. Those should be able to get the job done. These have XT90 connectors, by the way. Yeah, cool stuff. Obviously, thanks for watching, and I'll have running videos with this boat very shortly. So be on the lookout for that. For now, again, thanks for watching, and hope to catch you on the next video. Bye bye.